Good morning, everyone. Well, we've had a busy week in the world. Iran talking big, not backing it up. Israel continuing to attack, and then Trump finally goes in there and does his thing, and then comes out and says, okay, that's enough. Stop fighting. Of course, it's hard to stop something with momentum. I mean, they found people hiding in the brush or forests of the Philippines and other places after World War II, 10 years after the war was over, and didn't know the war was over. So you can't stop momentum. So this came out 3 hours ago. J.D. Vance posted it, but Trump put it out just a little bit before that. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. I think that's funny. That he thinks that he can just throw that out there. On one hand, he's bombing Iran. On the other hand, he's saying, you're going to have peace now. We're done. We've destroyed your nuclear capability, and that's all we wanted to do. He doesn't want to push for a regime change. As probably he shouldn't. The people need to do that themselves. But if you don't control a little bit of the environment, bad guys will step right in and muscle their way in and take over. So you got to keep them out, but let the people pick somebody. You don't remember back in the 80s and whenever it was that we put the Shah of Iran in, and he turned out to be just as bad as the guy that was there before, and that opened it up for the Ayatollahs to come in and take over. So we don't know the Middle East. We don't know the Muslims. We need to stay out of that part of it. But whoever takes over needs to know you're not going to attack Israel. You're going to be attacking us, and we're coming in and help. So hopefully they're going to listen to that. Get the ball, kitty. Come on. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get it. He's playing with his ball, and then it gets caught in a corner, and he can't get it out. I'll have to go help him. Hang on a sec. I'm back. We were having some work done around here, and they came in to ask me some questions, so I had to stop and answer. And this is what happens when you don't get your stuff done first thing in the morning. You can get busy. Okay, so as I'm watching, I've got my laptop below me. I'm just kind of doing a news update, what's going on. Trump is arriving. Nice blue suit, looks authentic. I think he's arriving at a NATO meeting. They should be able to be nice to him today after what he's done to stop the war in Iran. Did he really stop it? I don't know if you heard him this morning. They were still fighting afterwards. I talked about that. And he said, they don't know what the F they are doing. Yes, he said that word live. He was mad at both sides. Stop this bickering. Israel will never be destroyed because that's God's people. Technically, so is Iran. They're still God's people because of Abraham. They each had to get one last little round off before they shut it down. Okay. I don't know if anybody here really is a fan of X, or Twitter as it used to be called. I didn't use it a whole lot for a long time. I was over on Facebook until Facebook basically told me they were censoring me because I said things inappropriate to their belief system. I'm paraphrasing. they don't like religious behavior or teachings. At which point I completely deleted my Facebook account, and I was maxed out. I had the maximum on a public account. I also had a business account, which would go with a blue check mark next to it, because I rated it. I deleted everything. Now, my relatives told me that they needed me to put it back because that's the only way they could keep track of what I'm doing. It's like, okay. I couldn't get them to go to Twitter or any place else, so I recreated it, and I think I've still got maybe up to 100 people on there now. I don't know. Not that many. I broadcast on it daily, just like I do all my other sites. But Twitter is where I really like, because you can get short, concise things that aren't necessarily directed at people the way Facebook is. Facebook is censored. Bad time. What am I looking at? Kevin Sorbo. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's played Hercules and some other characters. Most recently, he's been doing a lot of religious films, and I've met him a number of times, talked to him. But he's got Pam Bondi announces a massive arrest from these deportation cases. We're winning small battles. I don't know how far we're going to get before the plug is pulled, so keep praying for the country and for the leaders that are up there. Secretary Kennedy is up here with a message. He's asking about what are we doing about seed oils, food dyes, microplastics. What are they doing to our children? He obviously doesn't have anything good to say about them. We've talked about this before. People of the 50s ate as much food, if not more, than what we're eating, and they stayed thin. We're becoming obese because of the food they're giving us, whether it's modified or just plain bad for us. The idea that you have to have cereal for breakfast was a marketing campaign. I've talked about this stuff before. Okay, let's see, what else do we have on here? We're still kind of talking about the Israel-Iranian war, but with him standing up there and saying that the war's over, they're not going to fight anymore, both sides are dumbfounded. They don't know what to say. Persia has to stay alive. Israel has to stay alive. Persia, Iran, same thing. Persia's there and want to come back with their buddy Russia, because they're friends, remember? Along with Turkey and all the other places that are mentioned in Ezekiel 38. They're coming back after Israel. But they're going to go quiet for a little while they build up. James Wood, another actor turned political commentator, conservative. Trump wants to limit the terms of House members to 6 years and 7 years or 12 years for senators. And James Wood says yes, yes, yes. We're getting some that are coming out of the mindset of the Hollywood elites. They're opening their eyes, they're looking around, they're not liking what they're seeing. Yes, Jesus is the only way to heaven. Nice big graphic picture. In Touch Ministries, whatever you're walking through, big or small, we would be honored to pray with you. Drop your prayer request down below. This is the stuff you find on Twitter. J.D. Vance, copying from Trump, Do not drop these bombs. If you do a major violation, bring your pilots home now. Jesus is coming soon. The Biodefense Commission ran across a mock scenario of American cities struck by biological weapons back in 2024. So their mock time frame was July 4th this year. Let's see, make sure that it was just a mock weapons release. Ron DeSantis warns New York City to vote wisely. If this socialist mayor candidate wins, you're going to see real estate values skyrocket even more than Palm Beach, because people are going to get out of the city. Jonathan Cahn, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a Jew. He looks very Jewish. Unlike Amir Safati, he looks kind of European, but he's still Jewish because he lives there. But Jonathan Cahn looks very Jewish, but he's Christian. Correlation between President Trump leading America and King Jehu's anointing to lead Israel. It's a good video. He's up on YouTube. Go check him out. David waited 15 years. This is the Holy Bible, the blue check mark. Holy Bible, Holy_Bible 1 is their actual address. David waited 15 years. Joseph waited 22 years. Sarah waited 10 years. Moses waited 40 years. Noah waited 120 years. If you're waiting for something right now, trust that God's timing is the best. I agree. Another video of Trump getting out of his limo, or whatever that government car is, big black car, whatever you want to call it. John Kennedy interviewing somebody. He's always funny to watch if you see him on there talking about, not on this one here, but on one earlier, he was talking about AOC, the Muslim who was elected into our Congress. Frankly, shouldn't be there, but is. And he said, she was the reason instructions were put on a bottle of shampoo. Yeah. So anyhow, check out what's going on Twitter, X now. It's now a good place. They just went through and deleted a whole bunch of bots. Bots are programs designed to look like people talking on the application. Facebook is full of them. And you don't know if they're real or not. You let somebody in, you friend them or allow them in, whatever you do on whatever platform. No telling if they're real or not. And I don't know if you've seen the videos lately. There was a couple of videos going around. One showing the cat Olympics, where lovable little kitty cat runs across the diving board, jumps and does a triple gainer and goes in the water. Yeah, now that didn't happen, but AI created the video. When it comes to everything except for people's faces, they can be perfect right on, and you don't know that it's real or not. If people are far enough away, you can't tell it's real. They're not good yet. They're about 95% accurate on the face, but it doesn't look 100%. My face, if you look at it, is a lot of detail, especially with my age. Wrinkles, spots, things like that. They can't get all that in very well on a face. They try, but they just don't do it. So a human face is only about 95% in AI accurate. It's going to be washed out a little bit. If you remember in the second movie, Tron, where Bridges created his robot in the computer world, who was a clone of his. That was AI generated. And it was pretty good, and we could see the facial expressions and everything, but it just looked a little bit computer generated, which, given the fact that they're inside of a computer world, living inside the computer, it was acceptable to see that. Of course, Bridges had a real life role in there too, as this old man with the big beard, but they're getting better. It won't be much longer. It's got to do with how much money you want to spend. You think AI is cheap? It's not. It takes technicians that know what they're doing to do all this stuff. And they charge a lot of money. CGI is expensive. AI is expensive. But it's going to come down like everything. There was a cute little video out with Khomeini and Netanyahu, and they were both, Netanyahu was in a Jedi outfit, and he had a lightsaber. Khomeini's up there, and they're facing off. And then Trump comes in with his lightsaber. This is AI stuff doing this stuff, folks. And then the Khomeini character turns and runs, and as he gets over, far enough away, boom, a big explosion. It's all AI. You can create anything you want in AI, short of a little bit of facial stuff. So if you stay far enough back, you can't tell. Jack Hibbs is on here. He's good to listen to if you find him on YouTube. Now, a lot of these big guys, these big religious guys, have primary servers that they're on, but they will copy it and put it on YouTube. YouTube filters. I tell it all the time, they filter me big time. But when they filter these guys, you just go to their home page, which is on a different server, not hosted by YouTube, not hosted by anybody who could control them. And they get away with saying anything they want to say. Obviously, these are religious guys, so they're not talking bad, but they're pointing out the hypocrisy, like Jesus did. So check out X. It's free to join. They will ask you to pay money to remove the commercials, but you don't have to do that. I haven't. I might at some point, but I'm not right now. I just can't afford it. Billy Graham's got an account on here. Obviously, he's passed on, but someone maintains his account. I don't know if it's his family or somebody else, but it states in here, because of what Jesus Christ did for us through his cross and resurrection, we know that we have hope for the future. Billy Graham. So check out all this stuff. They're trying to impeach Trump again. The House denied it. We don't have a supermajority in the House and Senate. And some people, because we got rhinos in there, they're not 100% sure they can get any vote passed. But these rhinos are in strong Republican conservative areas that managed to sneak through by lying. They would impeach them in a heartbeat, and they've got to basically walk a line. Elon Musk is wearing a Trump was right about everything hat. Big red hat with white letters. Good times. The weather, hot temperatures. We're under a severe heat watch. I don't remember what I said in my first little opening video, so if I'm duplicating stuff, I apologize. There's a big long gap, and I should have gone back and watched it, but I don't like to watch myself any more than I have to. You don't have to either, because I'm going to go ahead and end this, keeping my videos short. They're showing, testing the amount of fuel coming out of different nozzles, showing how pumps can lie. One's pumping a lot of air into the mixture. You know what it's like. You put a lot of air in your drink when you're pouring a Coke or whatever into it, and you let the bubbles all go away, and you're only about half full. Or if you didn't have the bubbles, it would be full. That's the one nozzle is doing this. It's pumping a lot of air in, and you're not getting as much volume. They cheat. It seems to be the norm. Okay. Things are still going the way God wants them to go, no matter what we may think. It's not quite time for the Antichrist yet, but we're getting close. You know, the minute he's due, we're out of here. It's going to be that quick. We're being snatched away. You won't be able to go, oh my God. You watch Star Trek and they're getting ready to beam somebody up. McCoy is a good one for that. Ah, I can feel it. And you see them kind of freeze at some point, and then their molecules all disappear. You won't feel it. We're going to be gone. Snatched away. So until that moment, blessings, everyone.